Before opening the box, check it for any sign of damage, and if there is any visible damage, then get in touch with our support immediately. Inside the box, you should find a printer for printing your event badges, a laptop which comes pre-installed with our software, a QR code reader to scan your attendees' tickets, a USB cable to connect the printer to the laptop, power cables, inks for your printer, and your badge labels. In addition, you'll find an instruction guide and your return instructions that will contain the shipping labels you'll need to apply when packing up, etc. Once all the equipment has been unboxed, we go through the setup procedure. You should have 4 ink cartridges: black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. All of the ink cartridges will be preloaded into your printer, but should you need to change them for any reason, we'll show you how now. Let's install the printer maintenance box. Remove the maintenance box from its packaging. Open the maintenance box door by pressing lightly down and towards you. Slide the maintenance box into the cassette with the foil facing outward until you feel it clip in. Reattach the maintenance box door, clipping the bottom side in first. Now let's plug in the USB cable. Turn the printer around so the front is facing to the left if you're right-handed, or to the right if you're left-handed. Gently lean the printer onto its front, supporting it with both hands as you roll it. Next, connect the power cable. The power connector has a flat side. Make sure the flat side is facing upwards and push the power connector into the power port on the back of the printer. Now take the square end of the USB cable with the rounded edge facing upwards and insert it into the USB port on the back of the printer. Now, using both hands, carefully roll the printer back into its normal sitting position and face it in the direction you want the badges to print out. Once happy, open the front paper door by lifting up the door latch. Pull the door all the way down. At the back of the printer, on the top, lift the rear paper feed flap up. Take the box of badge labels and place approximately a foot behind the printer. Too close and there'll be too much tension in the paper, causing it to slip or jerk during the printing process. This can produce unwanted colour banding on your badges. If space is an issue, place the box on the floor and ensure that no cables are interfering with the badge feed. The badges will have a black mark on one side. Make sure the black mark side is facing towards the ground. With one hand, feed in the badges through the back of the printer. With your other hand, reach inside the printer and pull the badge through until half a badge is visible out of the front. Then, making sure the badges are as straight as possible, close the front printer door, leaving the badge exposed out of the front. If you need to adjust the paper guides, you can do so. On the rear, lift up the blue lever. This unlocks the guides. Adjust them until they're touching the badges but not squashing them. Push the lever down to lock the guides in place and then close the flap. The installation of the printer is now complete. Take the laptop or the tablet out of its protective case. Now you're ready to connect the other end of the printer USB cable to the laptop or tablet. Take the QR code scanner and connect it to the other USB socket on the laptop or tablet. Place the reader facing the direction that people will use it. Adjust the angle as necessary. Now connect the laptop to its power charger and turn on the laptop. Once done, connect the printer power cable to the main electrical socket and turn on the power. To turn on the printer, press the power button on the front for 2 or 3 seconds. A green light will appear on the front and the printer will begin its initialization. This process can take 2 to 5 minutes to complete. This is completely normal. We recommend the laptop is permanently connected to its charger, as you don't want the battery to run out right when you need it the most. Log into the laptop. The PIN code will be shared with you by our support team in advance. Once powered on, connect the laptop to the venue's Wi-Fi and make sure you're connected to the internet by opening the web browser and typing in justattend.com and pressing enter. Now confirmed, double-check that the laptop has recognised the printer. Click on Start, and then in the search box, type Printer. Select the Printer menu option. The printers should list with their asset tag as their name, for example, T635416. You can identify the printer by looking at the back of it for the asset barcode. The printer status should say idle. This lets you know the laptop is communicating with the printer correctly. If you see any status other than idle, contact event support and they will assist you. Now check the printer preferences to make sure the printer is set to the correct badge size. Click on Printing Preferences, and from the Printer Preferences window, select the media type and make sure it's set to Event Standard Badge. If it is, close the window and you're all set. If not, choose Event Standard Badge from the list and press Apply. Now the kiosk is ready to launch. Double-click on the Just Attend kiosk icon on the desktop. Log in to the kiosk with your Just Attend email address and password, and select the event you want to enable badge printing for, and then press Save. Now you'll be in the administration area. Click on Select Printer and make sure the printer that is connected to the laptop is selected, and press Save. Now set your kiosk PIN number. This is used if you want to exit kiosk mode or reprint someone's badge that's already checked in. If you've rented more than one kiosk, we recommend using the same PIN number for all laptops. Next, you might want to change how the kiosk operates by configuring your conference settings. If you want to let people check in who have a ticket to your event but arrived outside their ticket validity without admin approval, for example they registered for day 1 of your event but arrived on day 2 instead, then check the Allow Invalid Tickets option. If you want to allow attendees to search for their ticket by name, click on Allow Search by Name. The other options are very specific to use cases, so unless you've been told to enable these, leave them as they are and press Save. Now, the Enter Kiosk Mode button should be green, indicating the kiosk is ready for checking in. Click this, and the kiosk will relaunch in kiosk mode. Using a test attendee, scan a ticket QR code to test printer badge. This will allow the printer to align itself with your event badges for regular use. If you're using our badge box printer cover, simply slide the badge box over the printer to give your check-in desk that final touch. And that's it! Your kiosk is ready to start checking in your attendees. Now let's talk about how to keep your event check-in running smoothly. The printer's automatic head cleaning mode has been disabled so that it doesn't interrupt your check-in performance and keep people waiting. However, it is important that you do perform some basic maintenance throughout your event. If you notice badges are being printed with lines or streaks, this indicates that the printer needs its head cleaning. To do this, press and hold the cleaning button on the front for 3 seconds. This will initiate a manual head cleaning procedure. The procedure will take about 1 to 2 minutes depending on how dirty the print head is. Don't over-clean the head, only clean it when it needs to be, as the cleaning process uses ink to wash the print head nozzles. Over-cleaning may cause you to run out of ink before the end of your event. If your badge print design is edge-to-edge and one side is showing a white stripe, this means your badge is not properly aligned in the centre of the printer, or the print head alignment has shifted. If this happens, first check that the paper guides haven't moved and that the printer label box is straight and aligned with the rear feed door of the printer. If it is, please call our support team, who will log into the laptop and adjust the printer head alignment for you. If the badges display an excessive amount of banding where there are visible overlaps in the printing production, make sure that the label box is at least 30 centimetres or a foot away from the back of the printer. Some level of banding is normal and is due to the printer quality setting being set to speed. To combat excessive banding, go into the Printing Preferences screen, click on the Media Definition button, select Standard Event Badge, and press Edit. From that window, change the quality mode from Speed to Quality Mode 1 and press OK. This will use slightly more ink than the speed setting, but it should reduce the banding significantly without overly slowing down your check-in. If banding persists, just contact our support for assistance. Now let's look at the common issues with the laptop and kiosk software. If an attendee is scanning their QR code but the kiosk is saying "ticket not found," then please check they're scanning the right ticket for the event. If they are, check the Just Attend admin portal to see if you can see their name and ticket. If they registered on site and it's been less than 30 seconds since you created their ticket, wait a little longer and try again. If it persists, then it's likely that the kiosk has lost its connection to the venue Wi-Fi. Check the Wi-Fi connection and also that you can still browse to websites using the web browser. Reconnect the Wi-Fi if necessary. If you've changed an attendee's badge information, for example, changing their job title, and the kiosk is still printing the old information, please note that it will take 30 seconds for the kiosks to realise the information has changed. Please wait at least 30 seconds before trying to reprint their badge. If you experience any other issues or need help with any of these, just contact our support. Our engineers are ready to help you instantly. Now that your event is over, it's time to pack up the kiosk ready for collection. You'll find your return instructions together with the required shipping labels in the transport cases. It's important that you follow the instructions correctly to avoid issues. First, shut down the laptop by clicking on the Windows Start key and then clicking on the power icon, then shut down. Power off the printer by pressing and holding the power button for 3 seconds. Don't disconnect from the electrical socket until the printer has turned off properly, as it must go through its shutdown procedure to properly lock its components for transport. To remove the labels again, pull down the front drawer, open the rear flap, and just pull them out of the back. Now disconnect the power cable and USB cable from the printer. Leave all the ink cartridges and the maintenance box installed in the printer. This will avoid leaks during transportation. Place the laptop or tablet into its case and place back in the box along with the scanner and all cables. Check you've packed everything up by checking the equipment against the return checklist found in your return pack. Carefully lift the printer with both hands and place it into the case, sitting it on top of the foam bed with the front of the printer facing inwards and away from the sides of the case. Take a picture of the equipment as you've packed it. Make sure the equipment is clearly visible. This will be needed in case the equipment arrives back damaged and will be used as evidence for any insurance claims. Once you've taken all the pictures you feel necessary, place the foam toppers on top of the equipment and close the lid. Reattach the yellow security tabs as shown here. In the return pack, you'll find some blue Just Attend branded zip ties. Use these zip ties to secure the lid. Make sure the zip ties are through the security holes on each side of the case and pulled nice and tight. Remove any existing shipping labels and document pouches from the case. Place the customs document pouch, if you've been provided one, and the return shipping label onto the case lid, making sure they're properly stuck down. Take another picture of the case once you've packed everything up. Once this is completed, please speak with your venue coordinator to arrange storage for collection. The equipment will be collected the next working day. And that's it! Now that your event is complete, you can leave the rest to us. I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to go back and watch it as many times as you like. And remember, our support team is always online to help you instantly throughout your event. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.